I was listening to a radio broadcast today, just matter of fact, not that long ago, about 20 minutes ago. And they just happened to remind me that today, October 16th, 2018, is officially the 23rd anniversary of the Million Man March. Did we accomplish anything by doing this Million Man March? Let me give you my take on it. This is DJ Wolf Live. Okay, I was just listening to one of the, I was listening to a talk radio program, black talk radio program, matter of fact, I'll leave nameless, where they, actually the host wasn't there anyway, but nevertheless, but they had a guest host. Matter of fact, they've been having the guest host on that show for weeks, but that's another whole story. But they were talking about the Million Man March and its impact on black life since it occurred October 16th, 1995. I was actually there. It was kind of a crisp day. I think it was on a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I was actually there. I was at the Million Man March. I wish I had got some pictures when I was there. I didn't, unfortunately. I didn't actually talk to anybody the day I was there. But I was at the Million Man March that day. There was things I did like about it. I liked the fact that a million black men was willing to go out there and represent their mothers, daughters, wives, sons, brothers, uncles, fathers, cousins, grandfathers, and everybody else. And I admired that very much. Actually, I heard Spike Lee had filmed this movie, Get on the Bus, right around the same time frame. But I was proud to have been there. This is before I knew anything about YouTube. My only wish is, at the time when I was there, I actually was working on some video stuff, but not at the Million Man March. Now I regret not actually getting any video footage there, and I should have. I didn't really get heavily into doing video until after 96. But 95, if I was thinking, and I had a video camera at the time, I would have got some great footage from out there, and I didn't do it. That was my fault. My thing was, I was in awe of the Million Man March, and number two, I didn't want anybody to fuck with my shit. So excuse my French. Steal my camera or anything, or do something stupid like that. So I didn't give them reason to try, mess with me at the time. At the time I was at the Million Man March, I was still working for this other company as a courier driver for years for an agency. So, and we had our son was, at the time, he was still in preschool. So I wanted to do the Million Man March thing to represent my family, to let them know that this black man was willing to stand toe-to-toe with other black men to represent the families and to speak out about the things that was going on during that time. Now, why is that fool trying to speed up? I ain't going nowhere. You see the signal here, you dumbass. Why these people are stupid? Anyway, I can't go anywhere anyway because it's like my turn. And yes, it's going to turn red, and you want to wait on it. It's freaking idiots, man. But anyway, I felt that we had to represent the things that we needed to stand on. Like joblessness, homelessness, crime, and everything in between. Now, somebody asked, did anything change since the Million Man March? And I hate to admit it, but on some respects, some things changed and a lot of things didn't. One of the things I can wholeheartedly say that did change, we had more children graduate from college than ever before. That's a fact. Social media, especially social media with a lot of African Americans who are serious about social media, not the ones who do that World Star bullshit, but people who are serious about doing things to make real change. That made a difference. It spun a lot of people to do that, which is the reason I'm doing this now, because of aspects of the Million Man March where people had to stand up for social justice in this country for people who don't ever get represented. Social media played a big deal on that. Benefited from this. I'll say that. Eventually, it led to us having the first African American president ever. And yes, he is black. Obama is a black man. His father was black, so he is black. Don't ever say anything different. I know people say, "Oh, he probably no, he was black." Okay. If you want to say George Zimmerman was white, which he was, because his father was white, Obama definitely was black. All right, let's be real. All right. Now, nevertheless, on top of that, but those are the main things. Those are the highlights. Okay. But the lows is we still have problems with jobs. We still have problems with homelessness. We still have problems with high crimes, violence in our communities. We still have drug problems. None of this went away. A lot of things the brothers said they were going to do in 1995 never got done, never got accomplished. You know, the voting thing slightly went up a little bit, but to be honest, voting didn't mean shit any more than it does now. Let's be honest about that. You know, which is one of the reasons why I'm not voting this year anyway, because my vote don't count. People say, well, your vote counts. No, your vote don't count anymore. And, you know, there was a campaign on BET where a number of B-list celebrities were on there talking about your vote counts. No, it don't. Not like it should. We hear the same thing every fucking 2 to 4 years about how your vote counts, but then again, your vote don't count. We hear the same mess every fucking 2 years. Your vote makes a difference. No, it don't. You know? So, in essence, I'm trying to say the Million Man March didn't change a whole lot. Yeah, it was historic because you got a million black men to be down there to represent. And be honest, on top of it, you didn't know what the hell was going to go on that day. You really did. Especially with a million black men downtown. Really? That's all I'm saying. You didn't know what was going to go down. Good, bad, or whatever. Or indifferent or whatever. You know, you had no idea what was going to happen. But we went down there anyway. You know, we went by car, by bus, by plane, by train. And we represented them. I'll say that. That was the one thing we did do. What came out of it? Not a whole lot. There were some things, but not a whole lot. I'll say that. You know. And the fact now you got something historical to talk about. That we all stood together as one. As one race. In one area, in one location. To address the issues on a national level. Or really on a worldwide level, if you think about it. You know. I'll say that. I'll definitely say that. If there was anything that came out of it, it was that. That, you know, among a few things I just noted earlier. So, but we got a long, long way to go. And until we actually can come up with real agenda and stop babbling about what we talk about doing and make those things happen, by working on it and not just talking about it. And not just working on it, but working on it and accomplishing those things to make things better for our communities. Because talk is cheap anymore. We've been talking forever and a day. What are you going to do about it? That's the question. When are we going to stop talking and start building? That's the bottom line. You know, we've been talking, you know, they had a 1 million man march, they had a million woman march, they had a 1 million children march, and all that other stuff. What happened? Absolutely nothing. Just talk. You know? When we start talking and start building, you know, you got to start building from the talk. Not talk from the build or talk of the build. Build from the talk. And stop messing around. That's where it all boils down to. That's where it's going to all have to come down to. All right. Well, that's all I got to say, guys, about that. This is DJ Wolf. I may be doing a podcast a little later. As a matter of fact, likely I might. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I need to work on my music tonight. That I do need to do. But I still may go do a podcast. We'll see. We'll see. I'll put out a notification on that through Twitter and probably YouTube. All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf. Questions or comments of anything I mentioned about this today, or any other comments or any other commentary about any of the podcasts I talked about? Please, by all means, feel free to drop me a line. DJ Wolf Live at AOL.com. That's DJ Wolf Live at AOL.com. This is DJ Wolf, and I'm signing out.